Welcome, everybody, to the Confession Post podcast. My name is Morgan Rector,
And I am Von Dark.
and this is the show that takes entries that are published at confessionpost.com, part of the confession trend online, where people write very personal material about themselves under the cloak of anonymity, and they have comment sections where people can give their feedback. Well, this is our feedback in the form of a podcast. So, how about this week? We start off with you. You can go first.
Okay, hang on. Which one? Which one? Which one? All right. How big is too big? I have seen posts on the site from girls meeting men with unusually oh my god. I swear I'll be able to talk in a minute.
Can't even wrap,
Okay.
can't even wrap your mind
I
around it.
I'm tripping over my tongues here.
Yeah, yeah. Just yeah.
Okay. Unusually large dicks. Some girls have posted they love it while others were unable to take it. So, how big is too big? The reason I ask is that I've been approached by a guy who claims to have a massive dick, and it doesn't let me read like more. It has more there, but like usually, when you're on the site, it has it in blue.
Yeah, I saw that one. Maybe
Yeah.
I tried to get that one too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I think I know where this is going. Um,
Well, lots of guys claim to have a huge dick that no woman can handle. But
yeah,
how many of them are just lying?
yeah. I mean, and honestly, like most of the guys that I know, they don't say shit about it. Like they're just like, it's like a surprise. Like,
Yeah, you don't want to you don't want to write a check that big and not be able to cash it because that'd be pretty
yeah,
embarrassing, you know.
yeah. I mean, I've seen some pretty big ones in my time,
Did that
and
did that make a difference? Was that more pleasurable?
okay, so I call it novelty dick.
Yeah,
Because you don't want to have it all the time. It's like you can't, it's not an everyday dick.
yeah.
Everyday dick and novelty dick, they're different. It's like one's like, well, like I haven't seen one that big in a while. I'm gonna give it my best.
Are we talking about something like the size of like a field cucumber or something like that?
Kind of, I guess. I mean,
As
those
wide as a
can
pop can?
those can be really thick. So like maybe like I don't know. Let's see. Well, it's sometimes the girth part is like super ridiculous and like the length part also. And it's like you think that is like probably like probably like a woman's small Asian woman's hand maybe. Like I don't know.
So,
They're
well,
all very okay, so
how much does length matter?
length doesn't. It's
Yeah,
girth. I find it's more girth. Like length is good. You don't want it to be like fucking 10 inches long though. That feels like it's gonna go up your like fucking
you,
esophagus or something.
you don't want it to be like a flashlight or something like that. Mhm.
Yeah, and I mean anatomy too has something to do with it. Like the girl's anatomy, because like sometimes like girls have a wide set vagina, and like I've heard of like, and I've seen this like video. I One of my friends had it of this dude, and he like got with this other chick, and he said I couldn't feel anything, and he's huge. So like it's a combination of both, right? With this one, like they're like how big is too big? Well, like it depends on your anatomy too. Like, cause like I've tried with one out of all of the big, like, well, yeah, one of the massive, like, array of dicks that I've seen in a long time. The only one that I've been with was like it was hard to do. Like,
Yeah.
you can't, like, sometimes it's just not possible. You want to. Oh, there's an episode on Broad City about this. It's Elena or Alana gets with a basketball player, and then like she's like, do I can't do it with you. Because he's like 7 foot something, right? He's ridiculously tall and whatever. Apparently, like fucking crazy hung. But she like, went home with him or whatever. And like, he's like, well, what are we gonna do? She's like, everything but, I guess. Like,
What's that
and there's
show
this
about?
Broad City. Oh my God, it's an amazing show.
Is
It's
that
like
similar to
two
Sex in the City? Or,
sort of. It's two like young Jewish girls. Hannibal, yeah, Hannibal Buress
oh, he's
is
hilarious. He's
yeah,
funny.
he's on that show, and he's awesome. He's a dentist on it. He's fucking hilarious. Um, yeah, no, it's a really good show. I highly recommend it. But like, it's anyway, yeah, it's that one episode totally like hits on the size thing because like some girls are just too like little.
Yeah,
And like if you see it, like when you see that one clip, she's like probably like under his nipple. Like she's like super short anyway, and he's like 7 foot. So she's like,
mm.
anyway.
Yeah. I guess it depends on that and whether they've had kids. That's another
Yeah,
big factor.
it is a factor. Sometimes it isn't, but it is it can be.
Well,
I mean,
I don't know if the vagina goes back to its original size.
no, and that's something I mean, they can sew you up and
Yeah.
they can like there's things that can happen, but I think I would rather get the baby cut out because I like how things are going down there. It's fine. Everything's fine down there.
Yeah. You don't want to be that flexible.
Well, I mean, I've always wanted hips too. That's the other part. It's like if I had a baby, I probably would have like hips after the thing. Pushed it
Yeah, I
out.
guess so. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go with my first confession here. The title is I Want to Kill and Torture All Pedophiles So Bad. So it goes, fucking pieces of shit is putting their hands on little boys and girls. I want to torture them so fucking hard. And if you're one, I don't know what KYS is supposed to stand for. You don't deserve to breathe. Um, so, I mean, I understand the sentiment, but as far as the to catch a predator thing goes, well, if you take it upon yourself to be a vigilante, you can actually undermine what law enforcement's doing because protocols have to be observed, and the fact you're not even a cop that can work against you, and there's the whole issue of how basically it's entrapment, um, and the perp's lawyer is going to look for anything they can use to get their client acquitted. So, I mean, if the person meets you at Walmart and you're not the 13-year-old girl he thought he was going to meet, well, did the sexual abuse occur? It didn't, right?
Yeah.
So this is really not the way to go about it. And also, you're kind of putting yourself in danger as well. You never know who some of these people are. They could be dangerous. They, could have connections to the underworld. So
Yeah.
I don't condone that, and police don't condone it. So that's my piece on that issue.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you. Um, People want to like take those matters into their own hands, but like, and I honestly like what I wish for is just like I think it's capital punishment for those types of people. Like you could actually like take them to the shooting range and like once everything's all said and done, it's like pedophiles just go. You know, you just eventually get to that law.
But they actually have to do something in order
Yeah,
if
oh
if
totally.
that
Yeah, 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 yeah,
if
yeah.
that kind of
You catch
penalty
them,
were
but you
given.
catch them the like legal way, you know what I mean? Like they have to go through like the justice system and obviously they'll have evidence if they're catching him, right? But like um yeah, like having that like firing squad option it would be kind of nice for that.
Yeah, well, it's like, they say, well,
Electric chair, same thing, whatever. Or lethal injection, just like,
yeah.
okay, we don't, depending on how bad things are. Well, it's all bad, really.
Well, just say, well, I have all the transcripts from the chats, and so that's proof. Well, it's like saying that because someone expressed interest in buying cocaine, that you can bust them on possession. If they didn't have any on their person, then you can't do shit, right?
Yeah,
Intent to buy cocaine, well, that's not gonna that's not gonna get you anywhere. It's not
yeah,
gonna incur any kind of penalty. So there's lots of pervs out there, but just intent, well, there's not much you can do with that.
yeah,
So let
totally.
so let the cops do their jobs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, frig. Um, yeah, I don't even know like if there's even a good like way somebody could like involve themselves to like because I mean like I get the guy's sentiment, but like if you wanted to help out, like help find these people, whatever, I don't know, like but do it the right way, that might be like kind of satisfying for him.
Did you ever have like adult males hitting on you when you were just like 13, 14?
Yeah, kinda, a little bit. Like not like I was kind of chunky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really come into myself until I was at least 16 or so.
Hmm.
Like really come into myself like but I had boyfriends and like lost my virginity pretty early.
So you were a late bloomer?
No, I mean I developed I got my period at like 12, so I was, you know, I was kind of average, I guess. Like but I don't know, as a younger kid, I wanted a boyfriend. I was always like that kind of person. So like I don't know, maybe just like a little bit more mature in that regard.
Did you go through a boy crazy phase?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I guess
I'm
that's
kind of like I'm phasing in and out of that because now it takes up so much of your energy. As a kid, you're like, you know, you have so many friends and like anyway, it's like it's fun then and easy to do. But then like when I think about it now, I'm like, oh my God, like I'd be so exhausted. Like
yeah, I remember what it was like to be able to spend time with your friends all the time.
yeah, all the time. And I'd just be like socially exhausted, like honestly, if I did that. Like now I'm like way more like recluse. Like anyway, yeah, it's like it's weird how that changes. But I mean like hormonal teenagers, it's like I don't know.
Well, half the time at this age, even especially during the winter, even the thought of having someone come over to my place is exhausting. I'd have to decide the place up and make sure there's refreshments and stuff. That's all work.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. All right. So what's your next confession?
Okay. I'm gonna I'm pretty sure like one of my confessions from I don't know if it was the last one or it might have been the one before. But anyway, Gary's back. So this one's called Gary.
Gary's back.
Yeah, no, it's called Gary.
Oh, Gary.
I'm pretty sure I talked about Gary in like one of the
Oh,
other.
I did to a Gary story from before.
It's a different one. This is a different
Oh,
one.
okay.
Gary, what a maintenance guy he was. My wife agrees. Sure miss him. Gary seemed like a good guy. Like, I mean, so far that's two. I'm gonna track the Garys. Like,
This sounds,
honestly.
this sounds kind of like the opening scene of a porn film from the 80s.
I know. I feel like his wife like maybe like loves Gary a little bit differently.
The toilet won't flush. Call Gary, the maintenance guy.
Oh my God. Right? Like, okay, so like, yeah, I'm gonna keep keep a tally and see if there's more Garys that pop up. Because
Well,
I
you
think this is the second one.
never know. There probably are service guys who find themselves in sexual situations like that. It's
Oh,
possible.
totally.
Actually, the
Totally.
weirdest one I ever read about was professional clowns. They said there are actually people who are attracted to them, and sometimes they get laid. There's like clown groupies, so that's a weird one. But
Oh man. Clown groupies. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't.
well, I mean,
Not clowns. No,
if some
no.
are into scat, then I guess being into clowns may not be as weird. I don't know.
I don't know. Like I wouldn't. I not no scat, no scat, but like no clowns either. Like that's weird.
There's no limit to the weird
Oh
fetish.
yeah, no. Like I honestly like everybody's a little fucked up, and then I kind of like it.
Every
I'm
it's
not
just
even gonna lie. Like everybody has their own version of like thing that or their own thing that they enjoy that's like not really orthodox or like a little bit like I don't know, different.
there,
Fetishy.
there was a multi-category porn site I used to go to, and there were a couple of interesting categories. One was soccer, and then
What?
soccer was a category,
Really? I
and
played soccer.
and another one was robots.
Like
Uh,
what kind okay, what okay. I'm curious about soccer porn. Like how
I didn't check it out. I just know it said soccer. The URL was tiava.com. I don't know if the site still exists. TIAVA. Let me see. Google.
was it sucker or soccer?
Oh no, the sport soccer. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep,
That's
Tiava
crazy.
still exists.
Okay.
And let me see if they still have
Very good.
soccer. Uh, let me
I'm
see.
not I'm not the best. I can't like juggle the ball. I wonder if it's just like naked chicks like doing soccer tricks or like if they're like, rolling around on the ball with their vagina or some shit. I don't even know. Like what would you like
Hmm. Well, maybe
or like actually,
maybe
you know what? No, 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 wait. This is it. So I played girls soccer for a while. And as you get older, like, I mean, as a kid, it was fine. You just like, you're playing. But I noticed in junior high, it got a little bit more like rough, a little bit more contacty, like contact sport, like a little bit. And my friend told me that like he had like three friends that played professionally. They could have gone like way further, right? But like they played professionally and they go to their games and it'd be brutal as fuck. Like they like fucking it was like full on contact sport. So I'm wondering if it's like one of those like sort of dommy aggression things, maybe.
or maybe like a BDSM thing where you
Yeah.
kick a ball at someone's.
Oh, you could roll it all over some dude's nutsack. You
Yeah,
could
there's that.
step on his nuts with cleats.
You could
Actually,
paint someone's ass the
Jesus
pattern of a
fuck,
soccer goal and then
man,
kick
this is
it.
open. Okay, so wow, I never even people are weird though. Like, not that okay, I never considered it, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Well, how do you like
I'm
those
not.
Well, I mean, how do you like those baby fetish people, the ones who want to wear?
Oh man, no, I knew people who talked to me about that shit. Oh my God. And like one of them was a client, like, and it,
A male client?
like a client as in like tattoo, yeah. And he he would say some shit and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, somebody got a hold of the computer." I'm like, "Yeah." And I called him out on it. Like he said he did that a couple more times, and I legit like was just like, "No.
Yeah.
Okay. No." This is inappropriate. I'm blocking you. You're fired. Like all of this. Like,
But I was thinking about an episode of my life where I was kind of witness to bestiality, which was really fucked up. But
yeah.
there was a woman that I kind of had a friends with benefits thing for a while, and she was telling me about how like her cat would get up on her chest and kind of, I don't know, walk on top of it or pat its paws on it or whatever. And she'd say, "Oh yeah, we'd make love." I'm like, "Well, okay, whatever." And one night we're watching TV and I heard her kind of moaning as it was going on, but I wouldn't look at it. And I'm thinking, "Oh fuck, just please stop, please stop."
Oh
That was
God.
fucked up. I this so that's
That is very fucked up.
she was a very crazy woman. Yeah, she not down with that. So and you're a real cat lover, not in that sense, of course.
Man, no, no, no. I love my cat, but not like that.
All right, so
She's awesome, but yeah,
yeah.
no.
So speaking of yeah, weird fantasies, my next confession is entitled "I fantasize about being kicked and stomped by women." I have some brutal fantasies. I fantasize about women kicking, stomping, and trampling me. The thought of being kicked in the balls or in the face turns me on. My ultimate fantasy is to have the crap kicked, stomped, and trampled by a ballerina, and to have her do it so bad that I can't even move. Then she sits on my face and walks away. Or actually, no, I think that should be steps in my face for some reason.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
weird.
if they censored it, maybe it's shit. Maybe she shits
Oh,
in my face and walks away. Uh, I wish I could find a woman that would do it. Well, yeah, of course you can find a woman who can do it. Well, she's called a dominatrix, but I'm sure that if you paid extra money, you could get her to wear a ballerina's uniform, the tutu or whatever.
oh my God. Probably, yeah.
Or I mean, or well, I guess any prostitute would do it for
Yeah.
some extra cash, you know.
Yeah, probably.
I wonder what motivates these fantasies. I wonder if
Yo,
these
I
guys
have
have.
no idea the scat part. Like, I mean, I can get waterworks, right? But the scat part, no, can't get it.
Well, he wants to
Hmm.
be reduced to less of a man by a woman, so maybe he got like abused by his mother and then found a way to draw power from it by turning it around into a sexual thing. So he's not necessarily a victim. If he chooses to be on the bottom, then it's like he doesn't feel like a victim. I mean, this is all theoretical, but because
Yeah.
because I read an article about people who are into the BDSM scene, and one thing the writer noted was that they all had been bullied in high school. So that was an interesting commonality. They had all been in the position of being marginalized and made to feel inferior. And then late years later, they wanted to be in a position sexually where they would be masochistic and subordinate to someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you've done your research, huh? You've done your homework.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck no.
Well, I mean, if you were to get into those activities, say you had the opportunity to be a professional dominatrix, well, or would you rather be a dom or would you rather be a sub?
I think I'd be better at being a dom.
Yeah. I think you could adopt the look very easily. You have
Yeah,
the clothing, you have the makeup. You could do that very easily.
yeah. I've been told that, and I've already, man, like even just through Facebook, there's like two people that I could just like literally, they could be my pets. You know what I mean?
Well, the money is supposed to be really good.
It's whatever you want to make, right? Like,
Well, I mean,
really.
a guy I used to be friends with, his brother went to one. I think this was in the 90s. He paid $300 to get whipped. So $300 in the late 90s. I mean, adjusted for inflation, so that's maybe it's closer to like 500 to 1,000 now, depending on
Yeah,
the dominatrix. But
yeah, true. Because I mean, once you break skin, you gotta like get rid of that whip or just like give it to the person, and that's theirs for life. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, because you can't really clean leather whips and shit like that.
oh yeah, and they're expensive. Leather, there's leather.
Oh
No matter what it
yeah,
is, leather is expensive. Yeah,
it's hard to clean that shit. So it's like it's an intimate object. Yeah, you can only really use it between like if someone's gonna use it on you, that's yours, and you get it used on you, you know,
yeah.
and that's it.
They probably set limits in terms of how how hard they hit, so it doesn't draw blood or
Well,
doesn't.
yeah, I mean, some it's usually the person's limits, like
Yeah,
the sub's limits, because the sub wants certain things.
because how do you clean leather? Besides, I guess you just put water on it, but is that good enough? If it's got
No,
DNA.
not really. I don't know. Like I haven't come across anything, and I mean, leather is like the best thing though, like for whips. Like it's
Yeah.
good, but yeah, it sucks. You can't really clean them. If you get like a cat of nine tails, usually you're not fucking breaking the skin though. It's like you have the potential to do it with a paddle, and the paddle has some spiking in it. Um, you can actually like you can smack somebody so hard that it does like bleed or whatever, but not um without pointy objects. I mean, you can do that. There's like the whips that like Indiana Jones, that like big long ass whip. I've been whipped with one of those before, and it's ridiculous,
Yeah.
but it wakes you the fuck up. Like,
Yeah,
and
I'll
it's
bet. Yeah.
actually kind of cool. Sometimes you're like, all right, you like as long as you're mentally prepared, it's good. But like, yeah, it's it's interesting.
Well, I don't know if I ever asked you this before, but if I did, I'll ask it again. Did you ever have hot candle wax dripped on your chest?
Oh yeah, no, I love that. It's great.
Yeah, yeah.
The candle wax stuff is like, I don't know, it's a good comfort when it's not really that hot
And it's
to
just a
me.
hereditary pain, I guess, too. So,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I've always actually, I'm a hot shower person too. That's
oh
another
yeah.
thing. Yeah, definitely a hot shower person.
Mm.
So like candle wax is, it feels good. It's a little, I guess a little bit warmer, but like, there's like, if you get cracked with one of those like Indiana Jones whips, that's like, that's spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh man, shibari too. If you're hanging from that, that hurts way more. It's like it's the worst.
What is it? Is it?
Shibari, it's the rope tying thing. It's the Japanese, like I think it's Japanese. Shibari.
Mm, I don't know. Yeah, there's a few things I don't know about, I guess. Um, the Japanese come up with some pretty clever stuff in that area.
Yeah, it was used as like a torturing device because like if people stayed in that position for too long, they actually would die. Hang on.
What you mean from like just nervous system overload or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure. It's Japanese bondage.
Hmm.
Kinbaku means light blinding.
Well, when
While kin,
when those
kin
people get kinky,
oh
they
yeah.
really go all the way. They
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
like Benoit
Um,
balls. They invented that, and
what's that?
Benoit balls. They invented those. That was
Oh
like
yeah. Mm, yeah, they did too.
okay.
Okay, here's the history. Um, Bondage as sexual active first came to notice in Japan, the Edo period, 1600s to the 1860s. Or yeah. So it's like it's really old, 1600s. Like that's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's been around for a while.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Anyway,
Like, that's one of the differences between the Asian societies and the white societies. We had all this Christianity, sexual repression, and they were fucking inventing all these devices and shit.
yeah,
They never had this sexual repression. It was never taboo in those cultures. They,
right,
they were just going at it quietly, building up biggest populations on Earth.
right.
And
Yeah.
meanwhile, we're all thinking we're going to hell for masturbating and stuff. And
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
all right, what was your next confession?
Let me see here. Headmaster. The headmaster of our school used to expect or inspect. Anyway, the girls' showers while we were in there. I remember he used to walk down the row of showers checking us out. I remember Miss Raynell, our bedroom supervisor, never dared to tell him we were all naked in there. I didn't think she intentionally, I don't think she did intentionally because she was having a sexual affair with him. Interesting.
Mm.
So yeah, what like I'm not sure. Like, there's a part of me that's like, this could be real. This might not be. But like, um, Miss Reynolds was pretty like specific. So I'm thinking like, what kind of fucking shower system this is? Like, they probably all have curtains.
Well, I don't know. I mean, did you ever shower in high school, like gym class?
Um, I had like maybe 1 year in gym,
Because
and no, I don't think I did.
I just remember like in gym class at the beginning in grade 9, the teacher told us we were gonna have to take showers, and everybody got freaked out. No one wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But I guess a lot of
Oh,
schools had.
maybe I did. I don't know. Maybe that's a memory that I blocked out of my head.
Well, I guess a lot of schools had pervy teachers and principals like that.
Some people
Like
did.
like in the school I graduated from, the vice principal started hugging the female students a lot, which is not good. Not a Yeah, they
Just
didn't
the
care for
females.
yeah, they didn't care for that at all. Yeah.
That's funny.
Like even if they think the teacher is attractive, he shouldn't be making that much bodily contact.
No.
I had a teacher who got fired actually because he had an affair with a student. Like she was of age, she was 19 at the time, but it's still forbidden. So yeah, he lost his
Oh.
because one day because he broke up with her and she showed up to the geography department like freaking out, like a fatal attraction thing, crying,
Oh.
screaming, and whatnot, and everyone put two and two together. It wasn't because she got an F on her test or anything. It was a so,
Oh, girl. That ain't good.
I don't think it was the only time because when I was at my prom, he went to up to this friend of mine who I went with, a girl, and so since we graduated, he was free to date her without getting into trouble. And she told me later on that they were dating, and she was, I think, 19 at the time. So yeah, he was using the high school as a meat market.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a
That's
little
really
shady.
gross. We definitely came from a time though, like I mean yeah, we came from a time where like at first like we would think that like fucking these guys were just like, you know, into us because we're super cool or like way more mature than our age or whatever, you know? But
Yeah.
that's not it. Like they're predatory. So
Well, are you always conscious of the male gaze? Do you always know when a guy is looking?
no, no, I never like I'm fucking oblivious most of the time.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Guys, I
Well,
thought
I
women
mean,
always knew.
there's sometimes what? Pardon?
I thought women were always like aware of it that they had.
No, not always. Fuck
Hmm.
no. And I mean, I'm I'm a girl, but I've got sort of like a lot of a lot of masculine energy too, right? Like
Hmm.
I don't know. I just like I'm really oblivious to that sort of thing just because like I'm super nice to people all the time and sometimes it's just like um you could have just been really nice to somebody who misconstrued it and like I mean there's I don't know like you can there's lots of different scenarios so I try to just kind of play it cool like
So you don't have that kind of radar where you know when someone.
not usually like I mean I'm not always looking at that but I mean if I like somebody I probably like make it pretty well known somehow like
Yeah.
I don't usually like hit on everything you know like most of the time I think people are out of my league. You know, like they're like I'm not anyway. I'm
Hmm.
not as like I'm not their type, I guess.
Hmm.
So I
Well,
just assume it that way.
well, I mean, it can't have anything to do with looks. I don't think.
Uh,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
maybe types is in personality. Like, you wouldn't be happy with someone who's really conventional and mainstream.
Well,
That's for sure.
no. But you do want somebody you can grow old with and it's not gonna look too weird when you get old. You
Yeah.
know, like I have a little bit of like appearance pride. I mean, like growing old gracefully is sort of my goal. You know, like, and you can take care of yourself to a certain degree where you can do that.
There's a difference between today's old people and like old people of decades ago. It's weird.
Yeah,
Like in the 50s or 60s, a 40-year-old looked old. They were middle aged. They really, and
sort of. Yeah,
maybe
but
it's
they
because,
usually had like 5 kids or
yeah,
four. You
that's the
know.
thing. Like they got married and had kids like by the time they were like 21 years old. So maybe by dint of having done that, that aged them and matured them. Whereas
Yeah.
people are putting it off and in some cases not doing it at all. So maybe that's why you and I are so well preserved at our.
Because we don't have kids.
Yeah, right. 'Cause-
Oh man, I secretly think well, not so secret anymore. I feel like that is definitely part of the deal, but we might like just wake up and it'll hit us like a ton of bricks. Our world will be shattered. All of a sudden, like, you know, like in 1 month, 2 teeth fucking fell out and like you fucking fell and broke a finger and like and, I don't know, like just all kinds of you just end up falling apart. like
it can happen quickly, yeah.
yeah, oh dude. I mean they with and okay, this is what I love about like different ethnicities because like usually like everybody but us white people they age better than us
Hmm.
pretty much.
But could it be that you just can't see the lines as well?
Well, oh,
Well,
well,
Asians age very well. That
yeah,
just
they do, they do. Like
Yeah.
they're old ones. They look their age at least.
But yeah,
An
it's
old lady that's 100 years old. Yeah,
but yeah,
she
white
looks a
people do
hundred.
tend to end up looking like prunes. Yeah.
White people get weird looking sometimes.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so my next confessions, the title is Back to School. I don't want to go back to college. I was so miserable last year. What if this year is exactly the same? This summer was so perfect. I don't want to be lonely and sad anymore. I don't know what it was about going to college in my 20s, but it really was a miserable experience. I don't know why. It's really weird. Um, Maybe it's because when you're in high school, there are a certain amount of adults looking out for you, and in college, that's not the case. You're on your own. But yeah, it's really strange. It's the pressure. Well, there's more pressure to succeed academically. And um, did you go to college or university?
Fuck no.
No. Yeah, so you spared
I
yourself.
wanted to. I wanted to though. Like I wanted to take like a lot of stuff, but then the question was like, what am I gonna do with that? And like I don't want to really waste my time getting into these things that are just like, kind of like fun shit for me to know, things that I'm super interested in. Maybe I could make a career out of it. Um,
But you know
in
what?
hindsight, I would have taken psychology or like whatever. I would have taken something so that I could become a therapist or like not
Yeah,
a therapist, but like something kind of cool. Maybe even a child therapist.
yeah.
That
Well,
would
it's
have
a
been
good thing.
good.
It's a good thing that you didn't waste your time and money going to art school because you already
No, I
talent.
just like I drew a lot like when I was growing up. I just like drew as a kid. And I mean, my drawing sucked at first for a long time, and then they got better once I was like, say, fucking junior high, a little bit, and then art class was in high school, so I took that all 3 years.
Yeah,
Like I wanted that, like I was like, yep, that drama, like as much as I could. And like I wanted like all the arts that I could do, and that was the thing I was trying to like. I had math, and if I just like got rid of it in 2 semesters, I'd have grade 12 to do whatever the fuck I wanted, right?
yeah.
But it didn't work out that way. I had to take fucking math C in grade 12.
Well, the fact you can do tattoos with no formal training in art is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I
can you do
mean,
the thing where someone gives you a photograph and you can actually do a tattoo portrait on them?
sort of. I can do more like um illustrative. I would want to put
Yeah.
lines on it because like I feel like it'll just last longer over time.
Well, I
So
mean,
like,
I mean, you can't make it look photorealistic. It's not like someone's going to wow.
oh
Well,
yeah, well there's if you want
yeah.
photorealistic, like there's a guy named Chan and he's pretty good. He could
Oh
do
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering maybe they'll just come up with a way to like laser that onto someone. Just, you know.
Yeah, or even Barry Whiting. Barry Whiting does like photorealism. Like it's like legit. It's like portrait photorealism, all that. Like he's fucking dope. These are more local people. Yeah, local people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people would have to only set their expectations so high. Like Axl Rose has a tattoo of one of the women that he dated, and it looks pretty good, but I'm sure it's not picture perfect.
Yeah, this is probably the one that died. November Ream, I think, was about her.
He had a girlfriend that died.
Yeah, he did, I think. Pretty sure.
It's funny. I watched that video when everyone starts like running and falling all over tables because it's raining. Like, come on, it's just raining. People, calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so I don't know. I went to college 3 times and I haven't profited from it at all. Although, I mean, well, the second time I went to college, I took a lot of courses that benefited me as a writer, and So a publisher's taking a look at a manuscript I've written right now. So if I get published, then I can say, okay, so some of my college paid off, but
Yeah.
otherwise, nothing else that I took has benefited me at all. And there's lots of other people who have gone to college and hasn't haven't seen anything come of it at all. So
Yeah.
you're not. I mean, you're employed in the arts,
Yeah.
even if it doesn't mean being creative and coming up with original ideas. You manage to get employed doing something you enjoy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I mean, like,
Well, do you enjoy doing the tattooing?
oh, hell yeah.
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 Well, that's good.
Definitely. Yeah. There's, I mean, I hate to say, like, hate to play favorites or whatever, but there's, like, you end up having favorite clients that, like, you're like, you just be like, yo, I'm so glad you're here. You like, you're a cool person, you get cool things, and, like, it's dope that way. But, like, you also kind of have to, like, feed yourself and stuff and do, you know, kind of basic stuff. And I'm not saying those people are bad, it's just kind of generic, and you're like,
A
what did,
butterfly tramp stamp.
well, no. I haven't like done one of those in a long time, except I did do a tramp stamp on a dude recently, and it literally just said tramp stamp.
That's odd for a guy. Was he a?
Yeah, it was like a stamp though. It said tramp stamp, like right on his lower back, like
But I mean, like suburban soccer moms have really put, they've dominated the market for that for so long. It seems odd for a guy to do it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and sorry, people, no swastikas. They're loud. I don't know.
I did one on one person. They're not white supremacist. They're Indian, like
Really?
East Indian.
Oh, was it like the opposite swastika?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
on
yeah.
like a elephant or something. So
Yeah, there's the one that faces the other direction, which is like a
yeah, it
single
was
piece. Yeah.
awesome. I triple checked that one. I'm like, you're sure? Like, this is the way it goes, right? Like,
I think it's actually against the law to do like
well, fuck no, I'm not gonna do it anyway. Like,
yeah.
even if it was, I'm not doing it. Like,
Well, Krista
whatever.
told me that I think she can get in like legal trouble
Oh,
if someone had like a Nazi swastika done in the shop. I think there's
yeah,
law
fuck
against.
no.
Yeah, so it can happen. I guess you'll have to get a homemade like prison style tattoo for that.
Yeah, man, when I was on Edmonton, there was actually a large amount of sort of not necessarily skinhead white supremacists, but they're close to it. They're like definitely alluding to being into war things, wolves, and fucking things related to Hitler. And I'm like, you know,
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
kind of like
That's where you
weirded
find a
me
lot.
out a bit,
That's where you find a lot of those people now. Western Canada. That's where they've gone.
right?
Manitoba and Alberta. Yeah, not
Yeah.
BC. BC is a very liberal place.
Yeah, and like, yeah, fucking Alberta, they don't really like gay people, most of it. It's not like a huge gay scene there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, well, yeah, I felt really out of
BC,
place.
yes, there's a huge gay scene there. Davie Street is like huge as fuck. Like, their pride parades are bomb. Um,
I just felt perennially bored in Alberta. I just,
I liked all the concerts.
yeah.
That's what I did. Concerts and I shopped.
Well, I went to Edmonton, and after going to the West Edmonton Mall, I just thought, this is it. Like, I just thought, I was glad that I wasn't going to live there.
Yeah.
I was just visiting because, yeah, don't care for that place at all.
No, sir, I didn't like
No,
it.
no offense to any Albertans, but it's not the place for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I could make anywhere home, pretty much. I can find the good in any place.
All right, so I think you're up. I think
Oh shit. Well, wait, did I? Hang on. Yeah, we talked about the headmaster already, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Cheating. My husband hung me upside down naked by my ankles, pushed a butt plug in my ass with my own vibrator in my pussy for cheating on him. I remember he did it in front of his friends, turned it on high and told me now you can come all you want. I was like, what is this word? They bleep out words. My brain almost exploded.
So
Wow.
what did he end up turning her on?
I
What
guess
happened?
so. Like it sounds like that's where it went.
Oh, that sure backfired.
Yeah, right?
Well, I guess it's like Chris Rock said, your woman's nastier than you ever imagined.
Yep. I think it's true. I
So
think it's very true. Like, wait, like,
with some women, it's more obvious than others, but
yeah. Yeah.
even a lot of the women who hide it, you know.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of there's, I don't know, you can pinpoint it sometimes, but then there's sometimes that you can't. You know, like that innocent church going person might have a fucking arsenal of like butt plugs in their fucking closet.
Sometimes, but I think like if a man is looking for that kind of wife, someone who's just going to wait on him, be a mother to the kids and a homemaker, I think he has to accept the fact she's probably going to be a sexual disappointment. Like
Yeah.
she's good in those areas, then she's not going to be, a savage in the bedroom. So you gotta like it's like that Madonna horror complex, right? So
Oh, yeah.
how do you find
Well,
a woman who's got both, right? So
yeah, exactly.
it's almost impossible, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely not possible. Oh shit!
Well,
That was me scooting my chair and oh, moving a piece of the table. Sorry. How loud was that? That was probably really loud. Anywho, um, the way I look, I can't pull off that fucking saint part. You know, the Madonna part of it. Prostitute part was like what is it? Saint in the kitchen or Saint whatever and hooker in the bedroom. That kind of dynamic. That's what you were talking about, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty much just the latter, like you know.
Well, how
This is
useful are
how.
you in the kitchen?
Oh, I mean, I'm awesome in the kitchen, but like visually speaking, this is what people think.
Yeah.
You know, like, and
Well,
like
actually,
nobody wants me to meet their. Well, people want me to meet their moms, but usually moms don't like me that much.
well, I mean, I think people would be surprised more by your culinary abilities. I think that would be surprising, probably.
Oh man, I'm so good at cooking. I'm so good at cooking. I
Well,
just like never really do it anymore. I'm gonna do more of it, but
well, man, that really is true. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. If you cook
oh
for a
man,
guy, that really does make a good impression.
yeah. Or or at least bring home some wicked ass fucking takeout.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this is some bomb food. Put it in your mouth.
Well,
I know I didn't make it, but like,
what are your
here.
culinary specialties? What do you cook particularly well?
Oh man. Okay, so like, um,
Hmm.
sort of like a variety of things. I really like. I love doing a good like roast chicken. And I usually use like certain things to like baste it with. I stuff a bunch of stuff in. Oh, what was that? I stuff a bunch of stuff inside of it. I'm not giving away my recipe secrets here. I put a bunch of things inside of it to keep the meat moist and whatnot, but the whole time while it's like cooking or whatever, I'm like kind of basting it. I want to have like, you know, nice and crispy, like awesome, um, what is it? Skin.
Yeah.
So that, that's my favorite shit. And then I make a wicked bomb ass gravy out of like all the juices in there and like legit with what I put in it. It's like one of the best gravies I've had in a fucking long ass time. It's so good. It's so tasty. Like, um, usually like that's when I was in Edmonton, I would help do our Christmas. What was it? No, our Thanksgiving. We had like a Thanksgiving meal and like just had our friends over and stuff, and we'd all like chip in to get the stuff for it, right? So like I kind of was in charge of like a bunch of shit, and you know, there was fucking leftovers that made a shepherd's pie like that. I make a variation of it because like you can do whatever the fuck you want with mashed potatoes, carrots, like you
Yeah.
usually have peas and all that shit too, right? And you put like chopped up bits of chicken with the gravy and stuff on the bottom with like some other stuff so it doesn't like get burnt, whatever. You do that and layer it like a shepherd's pie. It's so fucking delicious.
Mm. I've heard something about there's like a turkey shortage this Christmas.
Oh, I want turkey.
Yeah,
I
I got
miss turkey. Mom was aiming to get, she wanted to get goose. I was like, man, I'd eat fucking goose.
goose is like a little
But we're getting
juicier.
chicken.
It is juicier. You're gonna have chicken for Christmas dinner.
I think so.
Yeah.
I want fucking, I got excited for goose. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, well, you're white, so you enjoy poultry, like turkey.
Well, I mean, I like steak too. I like all kinds of shit. To be honest, I'm not a picky eater at all.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
eat.
low maintenance when it comes to food myself.
Yeah. I will fucking eat just about anything.
And on that note, I think am I next, or did I just go?
I did the one about what did I hang on.
My last one was about going to
Oh,
college.
mine was the cheating one.
Oh, you did the
I
cheating. Yeah. Okay. So,
We didn't really talk about it. We talked about fucking food. I'm
oh yeah,
like, this story makes me hungry.
yeah. So that guy's probably going to be gang banging his wife with his friends.
Sooner or later.
Yeah. So you probably hope that
Or
kid,
it might have already happened.
or yeah, or she'll be doing it behind his back, maybe.
Yeah, oh, it was posted 2 days ago, so it might have happened.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably gonna end up posted online as a video too.
Hmm.
So, all right. So my next one, my last one, is entitled "I Hate My Life." I absolutely hate my life. I just turned 20 about a week and a half ago, and my life is going nowhere. I have been depressed since I was 15 years old, and it keeps getting worse. I got medication for it, but it just makes it worse. So I put on a smile and act like I'm all right. I've never had to worry about food or money at all. My grandparents and parents are pretty well set, but I think that has made it worse. I wish that I could have had something to explain why I hate my life. My girlfriend broke up with me earlier this year for another guy, but I still think I wish I could just move away from this life, not tell anyone where I'm going, and leave it all behind to start over again. If I could do that, I think I might finally be happy. I hate myself and I hate my life. I have only been truly happy once in my life, and that was when I was with my ex. I don't know if I will ever be happy again. Well, I think that his life feels empty because he's never developed any kind of skill or any kind of career ambitions. At least he hasn't described anything like that. Um,
Yeah.
the fact that his only happiness was through that relationship means maybe the material stuff was something that was emphasized by, excuse me, his family, people around him.
Oh
But
man, sorry. We're
sorry.
all bodily functioning.
Yeah, right. But
Okay.
money doesn't feel happiness, and also that's a pretty miserable age too. Being 20 kind of sucks. You
Oh
know,
man, it's in between. You're just like you had structure with school and shit, and then you're like, okay, I gotta get doing the adult stuff, you
yeah,
know,
adulting, yeah.
and it sucks.
And you're finding out how cold the world is, how nasty it can be.
Yeah.
That all comes crash. You get the worst jobs of your life when you're about that age.
Yep.
So it's like what Louis C.K. said about 20-year-olds. He said he's prejudiced against 20-year-olds because they're like you go to Starbucks or whatever, and they're like, "Here's your coffee, Your Majesty."
I love Louis C.K. I'm like, I feel bad about what happened with him and all the people. You know what I mean? He's cool. Like,
He
I
was
think that, like, at the same time, some people, like, I know, like, people put you on the spot, but, like, as women, we've been groomed all our life to just kind of, like, take things, you know, like, take whatever. Like, you know, take that abuse, take that whatever. And, like, we do have the right to say, like, look, no, I don't want to see these things, you
yeah.
know? Like,
Well, he did
I'm
ask.
gonna walk away.
He did give them the opportunity. He said you would ask him if he could jerk off, and they didn't say no. Uh, he shouldn't have gone ahead and done it anyway, but he did ask. So
Exactly, he did ask.
he's nominated for a Grammy, actually, his most recent comedy album. So that's kind of
Sweet.
cool.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, the one called Sincerely. Yeah, it's on. Do you have like Apple streaming?
No, no,
You
I got a
got
Samsung.
Samsung. So it's the same thing. It's a streaming service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh,
So I think it's on all the streaming services. That album. Well, it's on Apple, but or
okay.
you can download it from his website too. But yeah, it's a good.
Yeah.
All right. And what's your last confession?
Oh. I didn't know that. Did I start? No, you started. Wait. I don't know. Anyway, just hang on. I had an extra one anyway, so like, no big deal. I just gotta find it. Okay, what do we got here? No. Um, oh yeah, this one. Okay, cool. Hotel room pissing. So recently I've been staying in hotels more often than usual. I usually travel with friends and family, but always have a room to myself. I love to get dirty in a hotel room, sometimes on camera for guys to watch me wet myself. I don't know if that's what it is because it's got 4 stars after it. So anyway, um, myself on. Oh, whack myself off in the mirror. Okay. I always get completely naked and rub myself all over the furniture, wanking my clit into the bedding and curtains. I find it hot leaving my cunt stains on the soft fabric of chairs, etc. I once cummed in the hotel kettle, mugs, carpet. What?
No, there's a market for that.
Yeah. And now I've been pissing on the carpet too. I know it's wrong, and I think that's why I get so turned on by it. I just don't want to get in trouble if anyone found out. Does anyone else piss on the carpet in hotel rooms? And if so, have you ever been caught? Do you clean up afterwards? What is your experience? Okay, I'm gonna say real quick that like you send me your confessions and I read through and I make sure that like whatever I'm gonna pick is not what you've picked. And sometimes there's like, there's good picking. Sometimes it's like just filled with stuff, right? So, and I just I choose mine every single time, kind of at random. I skim a little, like I'll like if I can at least open it and it's not a handful to read, then you know, because I'm not a very good reader.
Yeah, well, I don't go for long ones either. Yeah.
But anyway, this person, um, yeah, I just chose it because I'm like, waterworks is like a thing, and I noticed that like we were just talking about shitting, right?
Yeah.
In yours, so it's a good balance. Anyway, so what do you think? Like, I guess like you could do all that, but you can't smoke in a hotel room.
Well, I can't help but think of the people who make a living from cleaning hotel rooms, and
Yeah,
it's
they didn't clean that though, Like I don't
yeah.
think they fucking take the curtains down and like fucking steam clean all the uphold. Uh,
I mean, the sheets alone must be
oh
nasty.
man, now I'm like not even cool about being in a hotel room.
Yeah, and I mean, to
I'm
piss on
a
floor.
little weirded out now.
I don't know if they. I mean, I doubt that they shampoo the carpets every day. So
Fuck.
to
Well,
you know,
no,
to
they
piss on
would
the floor.
steam clean maybe, like, but definitely like vacuum.
If you're gonna piss on that floor, then like lay down some plastic or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't make their. You know what 9 Inch Nails used to do on tour, and this is kind of a douchey thing. They would all take a dump in the toilet and not flush, and then but you see then the person whose job it is to clean up a bus after they leave has to go and deal with it, right?
Yeah.
So that's not nice. I mean, if you want
Yeah.
to get revenge against someone, maybe do it in their house. But
Yeah.
for
Don't make
someone,
the peons fucking deal with your shit, you
yeah,
know?
if you want to get revenge against your ex-girlfriend, fill her toilet with shit. But that's
Yeah, man.
you
Yeah.
know,
Eat some hefty fucking like um burritos, Mexican food, whatever.
yeah, or you
Or
just
make
dump it and then say, "Oh my
make it a
God."
gooder.
It just said, yeah, I had a lot to eat last night and ate too much produce or something.
Yo.
Well, speaking of unloading bodily substances, this is the best my mind can do tonight.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I'm fine too. Like I've been home all day, so I was like, like I'm actually like about to like maybe have a nice early night and like crash at some point. Like, well, in an hour. I don't usually go to bed till at least like midnight, but it's usually later than that.
yeah, and you get the harder winter down there. Is there a
Oh
lot?
man, yeah, we got snow already. I kind of cleared out. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to clear out the fucking back porch area. I did the front porch
Hmm,
because like I'm kind of keeping up on that, so my parents don't have to.
that's a good girl.
Yeah, I
So,
try. Well, I don't have to try. Like,
but you've got some Madonna in you.
a little bit. Like, man, all like I've had most. I mean, usually it's most men they love me, but like, old men too. Like, my one of my friends' grandfathers hit on me. He's like, can I get your phone number so that we can talk sometimes? I'm like, oh my God, I would still give you my phone number, but like, I don't, I'm gonna ask your granddaughter first
Hmm. Yeah, that would
about
be an
that.
unusual arrangement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I will talk to you on the phone and, make your day and stuff, but like, but he was adorable. He was so adorable. I would probably go play bridge with him. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think maybe he'd want a lot more than that.
Oh yeah, probably. He'd
Yeah.
probably get fresh.
Oh, totally. Yeah. All right, my dear. Well, I'm spent.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right, have yourself a great night.
All right, you as well.
All right, take care.
Okay.
All right,
Bye.
bye.